and its fallout really represents the biggest shock to the U.S. economy in living memory.
2020 has been a turbulent year for the stock market.
The biggest drop we've seen since that crash in 1987. Fourth quarter in 1999. That's the last time that we saw a quarter this good.
But rather than be scared off by the Dow's wild ride, millions of new investors, many of whom are bored, isolated, and out of work because of the pandemic, are buying like never before. 2020 has been a banner year for all brokerage firms. But the broker of the moment is Robinhood. Named after the fictional character who robbed the rich to feed the poor, Robinhood's founders say they created the platform to democratize America's financial system by making it cheaper and easier for a new generation of investors to begin building their wealth in the stock market.
I bet he's investing right now. He's taking charge. He's grabbing the bull by the horns.
Since it was founded in 2013, the Silicon Valley-based firm has tried to disrupt the industry. On Robinhood, traders can buy small slices of a stock, otherwise known as a fractional share. Robinhood also doesn't require a minimum balance for opening an account. But the perk that the company is most known for is free trades.
You ever think about trading stocks? There's always been a cost, usually up to $10 for every single trade. Until now.
Today, free trades are the industry standard. But that wasn't the case until last year, when Robinhood's success spurred established industry brokers, including Charles Schwab, E-Trade, and TD Ameritrade, to eliminate their commissions. Free trades were partially what attracted Will Nelson to the app, but what really sucked him in was the intuitive interface.
It was fairly easy from the get-go.
Nelson, who has no background in finance, started using Robinhood in 2018.
Go into the search bar, type in what you want, and there it is. There's the buy button. How many do you want? It's fairly straightforward.
That recipe of easy-to-use interface and free trades has transformed Robinhood into something of a phenomenon. This year, the company reported 3 million new accounts, bringing its total to 13 million. All of this attention has made Robinhood one of the most valuable startups in the country, but it has also drawn criticism.
I fundamentally believe that decisions belong to their owners, so long as those decisions were entered into knowingly and willingly.
Tara Falcone is a personal financial advisor whose company Rise Up specializes in working with millennials.
And I think that that's where the fine line is really being drawn here, is that these young, inexperienced traders don't know what they're doing. They've never received education around investing. Most of them have no idea what a stock even is or what its price represents.
In a statement to the Wall Street Journal, a Robinhood spokesperson wrote, "It's not lost upon us that our company and our service have become synonymous with retail investing in America, and that this has led to millions of new investors making their first investments through Robinhood. We recognize this profound responsibility, and we don't take it lightly." In June, a 20-year-old trader died by suicide after he misinterpreted his Robinhood account statement, which temporarily showed a negative balance of about $730,000. His family said he was trading options, a complicated financial instrument typically used by experienced traders.
I likened it to giving the keys of a sports car to a 12-year-old because, there are certain aspects or actions in our society that are gated by age because of where we are as young people in our kind of fundamental psychological development.
In a final note left for his family, which was later tweeted by his relative, Kearns wrote that he had no clue what he was doing and that he never intended to take this much risk. In a blog post on Robinhood's website, the company's co-founders wrote that they were personally devastated by this tragedy. Robinhood said it now provides investors with more educational resources and customer support. But critics say Robinhood still makes it too easy for inexperienced individuals to trade. Robinhood still has fewer hurdles for options trading than other brokers.
Now, open up the Robinhood app. I'm going to hit the magnifying glass at the bottom. It takes me to browse. I'm going to type in the ticker symbol.
Nelson has been trading options on Robinhood for about a year now.
Then the next thing I want to do is I want to hit trade. I see an option to buy or trade options. I'm going to click trade options, pulls it up.
In just a few minutes, with just a few clicks, he makes his trade.
Hit review, gives you a chance to make any edits before you execute. Swipe up to submit. And the order was filled. So it really is that simple to execute an options trade on Robinhood.
To learn more about the world of finance, Robinhood traders often turn to social media. Nelson taught himself about options partially by watching YouTube tutorials. Others turn to popular forums on Reddit or Facebook.
I think what's happening in the options realm right now with young people is that it's talked up so much more on social media as this like get rich quick scheme.
Jose Duenas is a moderator on the Facebook group Robinhood Stock Traders, which has over 100,000 members.
So I joined, and then I immediately saw things that were kind of worrying, people just throwing money into a stock.
Duenas, who is a self-taught trader, felt an obligation to try and help.
You feel like, or at least I felt that I had some type of responsibility towards these people. I'm like, okay, maybe I know a little bit more than the average person. And let me try to educate some of these people.
Earlier this year, Hertz filed for bankruptcy and its stock price crashed. Whereas established traders stayed away, Robinhood's traders invested in record numbers.
So a stock that had, over the last year or so really traded kind of in the teens, they're now seeing it in like the $1 and change range and thinking, oh my God, this is the steal of the century. Of course, Hertz is going to continue to exist in some form. I better own this.
This strategy has been repeated many times, with Robinhood traders jumping on high-risk investments like the airlines and Kodak. Robinhood's app has also been described as gamified.
Robinhood has different levels that you can unlock as you start trading. Level 1 is usually just buying and selling stocks. And then level 2, I believe, is options trading. Option 3 is a more advanced method, they say. But they do make it seem like you unlock more the more you learn. So it is a kind of a video game aspect.
I've never seen another brokerage account as colorful and exciting as the Robinhood trading app. There's confetti that appears the first time you place a trade. And while that is something to celebrate, I think that confetti denotes a bit more of a idea of celebration than maybe is warranted.
Despite the potential pitfalls, both Nelson and Duenas say they'll continue to use the app.
I kind of do see it as a stepping stone. I'm young, I'm 24 years old. I think it is a good platform to get your feet wet, maybe learn a little something about stocks. But for serious investing, I don't think Robinhood is considered or should be considered a serious stockbroker.
And I think there is value into making accessible platforms for people who don't have, $20,000 or hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars to go approach a hedge fund or to get a special broker and to have these fees. I think it's very important to kind of increase access to it because that's part of the long-term way we, make society more equitable.